All right, guys. Hey, before I forget and show off these generators, including that Kubota and the military unit there, I just want to point out that you can find my Facebook page on Generator Jeff if you search on Facebook, in case the link is not included with this ad that you see here. And I have other models besides what I have here, and I'm selling diesel and LP backup generators and serving the entire state of Florida. How do they say? Conveniently located in Clearwater, Florida. We're not far from wherever you are. All right, so there goes the used car throwback. All right, look, I want to show you why that one could be dangerous in a storm and not storm ready from the enclosure standpoint, and why these are a little bit better. But first, let me just test run this real quick, since this is the one I'm featuring. It is a light tower that I am repurposing for home standby. We can take this light enclosure, the light fixture off if you like us to, but why not go ahead and leave them? These are expensive and very bright and could come in handy in an emergency. So if you've got land or a farm where this isn't going to look obnoxious, I would recommend leaving it just like it is. But I am selling it for the price of what you would, just about $1,000 more than what you would pay for a generator alone. That is the same style that goes in the RVs, like the big one that I drive right here. Those use 15 to 20 kWs, which is what this is. So look how clean this is, man. I'm not saying, hello, excuse me. I'm sorry, that just happens to look like an auto. It's got a built-in integrated fuel tank. I think it's about, I'm gonna say 40 gallons. And let's go ahead and give it a quick test run so I can get onto these other two real quick. I'm only gonna run it for a second. See how quiet that is. Need to put a couple screws back in there because I took that off right there to wire it. So look, I've got this wired up right now with a 50 amp plug tied into this, so I could load test it using my RV, which I did in another video that you may find linked to this. This Kubota right here, we just repainted it with PPG automotive paint. You can look for the other video where I highlight this instead of going over it again now, but it's a 700 hour unit. The ones we just looked at have 3,000 some hours on them. One of those is sold, so I have one available. What I wanted to point out was about this enclosure is that it was why this is not storm ready. If your enclosure blows away in a storm and then a tree branch falls into the generator and destroys it or damages it, then you are SOL. So this right here, I would not consider to be storm ready. These latch down here, but there's nothing really down there. And wind can come up in here and do funny things to it. And I would say add a couple of turnbuckles or something down there that you could just use by hand to snug that up in the event of a storm. So nice heavy duty metal. It's pretty heavy, but you'd be surprised at what the wind can do. This one is the last of the military units I have left. It's rated at 15 kW, but it is really 18 kW. And look at this beautiful Yanmar engine. They don't get much cleaner than this. 212 hours. There's not even they usually put the hours on the oil filter, and there's nothing on there. So it might have the original oil in it. It hasn't been changed yet. This is a 16 valve, very, very quiet, turbocharged, fuel efficient engine. It's the most expensive engine option that they ever used in the military generators, unlike the old White and Hercules engines, which are harder to get parts for. This is a 2013 model with 213 hours on it. I have another video that you can find where I'm test running and going into more detail on this. So those are a few of the generators I'm working with. I decided to throw in my orange kit special in the way of the Gojo, the leftover edge, the repellent, and the orange engine enamel, and this bungee strap all in a super orange kit to match the race car look. If you remember, I think it was 76 or Golf had a Le Mans race car with those colors on it. That was very cool. All right, guys, so that's it. That's what I'm working with. I also do diesel generators for RVs like the one we're getting ready here to hit the road with. Give me a call at 727-400-2694 and let me know what you need, what power requirements you are working with, and I can try to get you fixed up. All right, we'll get you fixed up, and give me a ring at your convenience. I work late, or you can message me on email, or Facebook is probably better than the email. All right, be good. Bye-bye.